Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you this afternoon. I don't know what is going on. I got the news break, and I just want to have the discussion with you all because oftentimes we see these things happen and we don't know what to say. So, again, good afternoon, wherever you are. If you're in Europe, good evening. Pleasure to have you on the show. Today, we're going to talk about this news break with Elaine Thompson-Hera making this major announcement that she is no longer with MVP. The report is that she sent a letter. She sent a letter to MVP, and she also sent a letter to to Nike, explaining that she is no longer with MVP and that it is about time for her to move on. When the reporters tried to reach out to Bruce James, I guess he too was a little bit surprised, and he was saying that it's a developing story and that they are waiting to see what next. Now, the funny thing about it is that last night I was on the phone and I was trying to negotiate and try to help other athletes, because when it comes to this time of year, this is not something new. This is something that we see happen over and over again, where athletes find themselves in situations where they have to make a decision. And in most cases, the decisions that they are making is not in their best interest. One of the reasons we have this platform here because we want to help athletes who find themselves in emotional trauma to think it through. Now, I remember when Shelly and Fraser decided to leave MVP, I was happy when they put some of the differences aside and they came together and decided that, you know what, within that moment, the right thing to do was to stay with the team because they had a structure in place. And I cannot emphasize the importance of having a structure, having the right individual with the right knowledge to help the athlete to achieve so much. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, after achieving so much over the summer, the second fastest woman of all time, challenged the world record on numerous occasions, Olympic champion in both the 100 and the 200 meter. What would influence Elaine Thompson to make a decision like that? I don't know what to say, so I can just imagine what Stephen Francis is thinking now. But one thing we know for sure, that Stephen Francis is the man with the idea. One of the things I am doing my very best to get athletes to see is that if you don't have the information, if you don't have the knowledge, you will always put yourself in a compromising position. And in most cases, whether we like it or not, the coaches are the ones who are most valuable in most situations because they have the knowledge, the skills, and the experience to guide the athlete. The truth of the matter is that most professional or amateur athletes cannot guide themselves. And why they cannot guide themselves? Because they do not have the information. Now, one of the things that most of us as athletes do, which is not a good thing, we make emotional decisions. And what am I talking about? I'm saying that before we think about the thing, we decide that we're going to act. And sometimes when we act, it is too late. So as I said before, those who just come on board, that Elaine Thompson made it clear that she is no longer with MVP and that she's moving on to greener pasture. And when you look at the decision, well, we can honestly say, and I can honestly say, that I do not know what is going on in MVP. I do not know the issues that they are faced with. All we know is on the outside, everything looked good. Elaine seemed to be unstoppable. She seemed to be making and chasing records and doing great things. Everywhere she goes, it seems like she's breaking a meet record, and she's dominating in both the 100 and the 200. So why would she make a decision like that? That is what we are saying on the outside. Nobody knows what Elaine is going through. Nobody knows what Stephen Francis is going through working with Elaine. We don't know that. We are just assuming. But what we are saying is that after performing so great for the past few months, the best year in her entire life, why would she now make a decision to leave? That is what we are saying. Is the move a good move? I would love to hear your thoughts. Where I sit, I cannot say. I am just hoping that she thought about it and she seek advice and counsel from some of the people who are the best in the field, and then she go ahead and make the decision. But the rumor on the street is this, that she intends to go to Cameroon, and from that she will be working with a Nigerian coach. That is the rumor on the street. Is it true? We don't know if it's true, but that's what he said. So when we try to get in touch with Bruce James, as Nationwide said, he did not have a lot of information to give because it seemed like it's a news break for him. So my main concern, and you guys feel free to share your thoughts, do you think it's a good move? Do you think this is the best decision for Elaine? It is also reported that she may walk away from Nike and she may walk into Puma. Now, that is also a news break, because some of the things that we are thinking about is contractually, can she do that? If this is her last year, she has the right to walk away from the current contract and move into Puma. And we know that Puma want all the Jamaican athletes or the Caribbean athletes. But that is not my concern. My concern is if she go for the money and she give up the knowledge and the experience and the structure that MVP provides, how will she survive later on? Because one of the toughest things to do is to hold on to whatever you built from the year before. Now, I've oftentimes say this, that if I could turn back the hands of time, I would do a lot of things different. And because I cannot turn back the hands of time, I make sure that everything that I do, I carefully think about it before I do it. And in this case, I am truly hoping that this is not a trial and error situation for Elaine. I'm truly hoping that she would take the time before this thing starts to spin out of control. Think about it. And as I said before, where I sit, I cannot say it is the best decision or it's the worst decision. I'm saying that where we sit, we are trying to understand why she would make the decision to leave MVP in a time like this. A club that provides structure, organization, discipline, knowledge, experience, and so on and so forth. Now, oftentimes I see athletes walk away from this thinking that when they go elsewhere, that they can find this, that they can get this, the same thing over here. And it is not true. So I am truly hoping that this is just one of those moments where Elaine is just upset about something and she's looking for a change, and she feel that if she make this or take this position, that she may motivate her coach to act in a positive way. Now, one of the things I know that when you put a coach in this situation, it sometimes never get better. It may get worse, and sometimes it might be hard to fix. So what I'm saying here is this: trial and error is not the best way to learn. If there's an issue, it is always best to call a meeting and see if you can resolve this issue. Because before you jump somewhere else, you must be aware of what you're getting yourself in. And most of the time as athletes, we don't know what we are getting ourselves in. I know it may seem more attractive over here, And I know she may seem as if she may get better because of where she is, but it will take a lot of time and a lot of trial and error to get her back to where she is. So I am hoping, truly hoping, that this is just Elaine getting upset and just decide that she wants some change and that she's going to take some action with the hope that she will get that type of change that she seeks. Now, as I said before, I've seen it happen all the time, where athletes make the decision without thinking it through. And as I said before, you can't have a one man to make the decision, because sometimes that one individual may not see everything. And this is why you need a group of people who can help you to think through things, because when I am upset, sometimes I don't factor in everything. And when I am upset, sometimes I just want to have my own way. And when I am upset, sometimes I just don't want to hear anything about what other people have to say. So the news, Elaine sent a letter earlier today to MVP and to Nike, and she made it very clear that she don't want to be a part of the group anymore and that she is looking to go elsewhere. And the two options that she gave is that she will be with Cameron and she will also be with some other Nigerian coach. I don't know how much longer or how long this has been in the making. I don't know if it's an overnight thing, but I am saying that it is best. And again, we just have to wait and see. As I said before, this time of year, we oftentimes find athletes making decisions. They want a new coach. They want more out of it, but they really don't take the time to think about, how can this coach help me? What can this coach do to help me to be the best version of myself? So as the news continue to break, I will be here with you. I will try to make a few more calls, and I will continue to get more up-to-the-minute information. So thank you very much for logging in with this short notice. But as I said before, it's a news break. We want to get the information to you. We want to see how we can help these athletes to think constructively. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Thank you very much for coming out, and I can't wait to see you on Sunday. Sunday, we have one more superb interview that will take place for coaches who want to be the best version of themselves. They don't want to miss this. So thank you very much for coming out. May God continue to bless and keep you all safe. Thanks again. I am Dr. Gregory Horton. Have a blessed day.